You've spent decades building a life full of strength, wisdom, and independence. But now, are you letting little accidents, discomfort, or embarrassment call the shots? Whether it's that sudden urge to run to the bathroom, uncomfortable pressure down there, or even avoiding intimacy because of how you feel. This video is your key to taking back control. And no, we're not talking about pills, surgeries, or expensive treatments. We're talking about something you can do in under 5 minutes a day, anywhere, anytime. This isn't just about comfort. It's about living your best life, with confidence, dignity, and freedom. Ready to finally feel like you again? Kegel exercises are simple squeeze and release movements that can be used to strengthen the muscles of the pelvic floor. Your pelvis is the area between your buttocks that contains your reproductive organs. The pelvic floor is actually a group of muscles and tissues that form a sling or net at the bottom of the pelvis. This structure helps keep your organs in place. A weak pelvic floor can lead to problems like loss of control over your bowel or bladder. Once you understand how to perform Kegel exercises, you can do them anytime, anywhere, in the privacy of your own home, or while waiting in line at the bank. What does the pelvic floor do? These muscles are essential for daily functions. They support the pelvic organs, including the bladder, urethra, rectum, anus, prostate, uterus, cervix, vagina, and intestines. Pelvic floor muscles also contribute to sexual health and function, including arousal and orgasm. Additionally, they help stabilize the hips and trunk, especially when walking or standing. Pregnancy and vaginal childbirth can weaken these muscles, causing a range of issues from mild discomfort to pelvic organ prolapse. However, it's not only pregnancy or childbirth that can cause pelvic floor dysfunction. Aging, menopause, surgery, repetitive heavy lifting, sitting for long periods, or conditions that increase abdominal pressure, such as excess weight, can also contribute. In addition, certain habits, symptoms, or conditions may play a role in pelvic floor disorders, such as endometriosis, irritable bowel syndrome, interstitial cystitis, and habitual patterns of holding or suppressing bowel movements. People of all genders have these muscles. For many, the terms Kegel and pelvic floor are synonymous with the vagina, more specifically, with pregnancy. But what you may not know is that people of all genders have these muscles. In men, the pelvic floor muscles support the bladder and intestines, preventing leakage of urine and feces. They also help with sexual health, including function and sensation. Common diagnoses of pelvic floor disorders in men include chronic prostatitis and pudendal neuralgia. How do you locate the pelvic floor muscles? One of the easiest ways is to try stopping or slowing the flow of urine while going to the bathroom. If you're able to do this successfully a few times, you've found your pelvic floor muscles. What are the benefits of strengthening the pelvic floor? Like other muscles in the body, the pelvic floor works best when the muscles are strong and able to fully relax after a complete contraction. Strengthening the pelvic floor allows you to better support the bladder, intestines, and uterus. It can also help with bladder and bowel control. Researchers have also found that improved pelvic floor function enhances quality of life. If you have pelvic organ prolapse, strengthening the pelvic floor muscles can also reduce the severity of symptoms, including urinary leakage, incontinence, pelvic pressure, and lower back pain, among others. A pelvic floor strengthening program may also lead to better sex. Some research supports the connection between male sexual function and pelvic floor performance. Specifically, researchers note that pelvic floor physical therapy may potentially improve erectile dysfunction and ejaculation issues. In addition, regularly contracting the pelvic floor muscles may increase sexual sensation and function in some women. Finally, the American Urological Association recommends pelvic floor muscle training as part of a treatment plan for overactive bladder. The goal of this therapy is to inhibit involuntary bladder contractions and reduce incontinence. Exercises to strengthen the pelvic floor can be done anytime, anywhere, but it's also beneficial to incorporate specific exercises that target the pelvic floor muscles directly. To achieve results, it's important to perform Kegel exercises regularly, at least 3 times a day. 1. Practice lying down. Lie on your bed or an exercise mat and contract your pelvic floor muscles for 5 seconds without engaging your abdominal, gluteal, or thigh muscles. Relax for 5 seconds and repeat. Since it's easier to practice lying down, start in this position until you get the hang of it. 2. Practice sitting or standing. After mastering the lying down technique, sit in a chair or stand facing a mirror. Contract your pelvic floor muscles for 5 seconds, relax for 5 seconds, and repeat. 3. Perform during everyday tasks. Whenever you're doing something routine, like brushing your teeth, working on the computer, or watching TV, contract and relax your pelvic muscles. The exercise is very simple and can be done alongside almost any other activity, building endurance. Start with 2 sets of 5 repetitions. Don't push too hard at first, so repeat in the morning and at night every day. Control your breathing during the exercise. If you have trouble coordinating your breath with the contraction, count to 5 while contracting. Add 5 more repetitions and 1 set after the first week. By the second week, do 3 sets of 10 repetitions in the morning, at lunchtime, and before bedtime, 5 to 7 days a week. For example, contract your pelvic floor muscles for 5 seconds and relax for 5 seconds, repeating this 10 times, 3 times a day. Aim to reach 20 repetitions. Over time, increase the frequency until you're doing 3 to 4 sets of 20 each, meaning between 60 and 80 exercises per day. Add 5 repetitions per week. Try dividing the exercises into 3 parts: lying down, sitting, and standing. Depending on your pace, you might need 6 weeks or more to strengthen your pelvic floor muscles. For many people, adding pelvic floor exercises to their daily routine is a simple way to strengthen these muscles and maintain overall pelvic health. But for many others, seeking help from a doctor or a physical therapist trained in pelvic floor issues is a necessary intervention. This is especially true if you're experiencing problems controlling your bowel or bladder. Remember, it's always a good idea to contact your doctor, even if you feel your symptoms aren't serious. Finding the right treatment for your situation can help you feel better and prevent further damage to the pelvic floor area. By the way, friends, leave a comment below telling me how often you do Kegel exercises, or maybe you've never heard of them before. I'll read each one and reply with a heart emoji. Also, check out my other videos on this channel. The link is already on the screen. If you enjoyed this video, please share it, click the like button, and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.